I guess it doesn't matter how I start this video. It's going to be hard no matter what I do. And I've tried a few times, so here we are. I went to work today, 8 students, if you're interested. And I have a video sitting out there that I do not want to click on, and some text that I don't want to deal with. So I decided to take some time to just kind of sit and decompress. I am sitting here with my Teach, Love, and Inspire sign and my Courage, Dear Heart and my Future's Bright sign, right? And just processing. So I had this very surreal moment last night where I almost like stepped outside of things, disassociated to a degree, like we're at the beginning of a movie, right? And it was like the black screen came up and like week 1 and all the places this could go in the next 2 hours of film, right? And not in an anxiety sense, but in the sense of how unreal all of this is. And so I think for most of us, we're kind of at this place where it's all kind of abstract, right? So we're being told an asteroid's coming, but we look up at the sky and we don't see an asteroid. So we're trying to decide whether or not we're actually in any danger or if we're just being told that, right? Because we're not dealing with people that are actually sick in our presence at the moment. And there's a lot of opinions and a lot of things being said. And I think the thing that can be universally agreed upon at this point is that this is going to affect all of us. Some more than others, obviously, but in many ways, it really already has. And people out of work and people in work that are working extra. And I mean, this is unprecedented and certainly something that will be a part of our lives and a part of who we are. And I think I just wanted to take a moment to remind myself, but all of us, that it is important to take time to unpack and deal with what's in front of you, and not just try to push it off. We all have a tendency to kind of like just put ourselves off to the side, put ourselves in a box and get through our days. I know that's what a lot of my friends do because that's kind of how we live. The problem is that this can be a lot, and hopefully, right, we're all going to get past this and we're all going to move on and life will go on. But what happens now during can affect the after, and how you're able to stay mentally now will affect later. So being able to still, believe it or not, find positive in here and now and today and what's happening here, even in the struggle. I mean, I want you to remember that there's people around the world struggling for food. Like, that's not brand new stuff. So we can still process and deal with here and not just put it off like, okay, in June, everything's going to be better. Or, in 6 months, everything's good. Like, everything that's happening now is affecting the rest of our lives to a degree. So take time. Like, I think one of the things that we might be seeing that we're going to be given in all of this is just that. So many of us are so busy that we can't think of anything else. Like, we don't get time with our families, right? We don't get time. And I'm not saying that necessarily an abundance of time is going to be available. What I mean is that we're kind of getting to reassess where we're at and be with people that we normally are like running out the door. Sorry, we gotta go. I think I just want to encourage us to still be happy, to still find joy and love and good things in what's going on, and not just stay with, oh my God, what's going to come? And we can't live in that place. Okay. And so many of those choices aren't ours to make anyway. And they're not in our control. So, I mean, we're adults. We have things we have to worry about. Obviously, as parents, we have to worry about our kids too, and paying the bills and everything that's going to come with being an adult. And I'm right there too. Certainly, I hurt for the people that I know are going to struggle through this, and I hurt for our situation. And these choices don't come easy. But there's still now, and there's still life, and we still have our days. Most of us are still very healthy people living in the midst of this. And most of us probably still have food in the refrigerator that we're going to be able to eat and go. The grocery stores, God love them, they're still going to probably stay open for we have this. We still have a lot. We still have a lot right now. And this is all so easy to get so bogged down into so quickly. And it just to sit down. And one of the best conversations I had today, no joke. What's your favorite kind of sprinkles? Do you like rainbow or chocolate? Miss Crystal, I like all the sprinkles. And I'm like, yes, me too. Just all the sprinkles, give me them all. It doesn't matter. I don't care if they're chocolate or rainbow. Give me all the sprinkles. And that's just it. There's life to be had. There's life to be lived. And to just sit down and go, oh, I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, but I never did. Right? So what was your worry 2 weeks ago? What were you worried about 2 weeks ago? What were you thinking was going to happen? What were you planning for? People were canceling vacations and things like that. What were you thinking a month ago, 2 months ago? When you started this year, could you have, in January, were you thinking this is where we would be, right? Of course not. We never knew what tomorrow was going to bring. We never know what the next hour is going to bring. If life has taught you nothing else, the phone can ring at any moment and news that you don't want can come traveling into your life. We don't have it to take for granted. We don't. And I am not the saint of that. I am horrendous about getting so bogged down and getting into the negative. It's impressive, really. But we never knew what tomorrow was going to bring. We never knew how the next hour was going to go. So to get so lost in where are we going from here is to not realize that was out of your hands all along. It was never in your hands to control where the path was going to go. And you always had to kind of surrender to it. We tell kids it's all going to be okay sometimes, but we know. I have kids ask me about the monsters, right? And I'm the first one to tell them that there's no such thing as monsters. We all know there's monsters. We know people are monsters. It's not the case that we can just say there's nothing bad in this world. So if nothing else, let's take some time to be thankful that we're still sitting here like this, that we live in an age where we have this. I mean, okay, we're going to all be trapped in our houses. You got FaceTime, people. For the moment, at least. It may not stay that way, but you got it. We have so much available to us. We have so much abundance, and we live in a culture of scarcity. So we live in the culture that tells you don't have enough. You don't have enough. You're going to run out. We've been hearing that. Like, that's how every ad campaign is based on telling you that there's something they have that you need that you don't have. Everything is about you not having enough. But we actually live in a culture of abundance. Guys, the stores are running out. What are they doing? They're restocking. We're not talking about like running out till the end of time currently. We're talking about we have to restock. And that may come to an end. I'm not anyway, the point being is that for the most part, this is probably a temporary problem. We hope. But we never had tomorrow promised to us. We never had another hour. We never had another minute. And I'm going to derail for a second here. I'm already, 11 minutes into this video. I have always been this kind of heart-centered person that has done things according to like this pooling in life, right? Spoken when I feel like I didn't want to, when I'm scared to, said things, did things just because I felt this push like I needed to. And I feel like just this bizarre weirdo most of the time because of it. Like God, they're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think I'm nuts. And they do sometimes. And it's fun, really. But the point being is that at some point we have to realize that this is all we get. This is all we get. And if there's something that we think we're supposed to do, or something that we think we're supposed to say, or be, or have, I mean, Eminem, come on, you only get one shot. Don't miss your chance. Oh my gosh, people. I am the biggest dork on the planet. Seriously. You never had tomorrow. You never even had today. You only ever had now. Nothing's changed. So, this is going to impact all of us in ways you probably can't even think of today. And hopefully, it's just minimal. Like, I'm hoping we get some extra vacation time to a degree, and then things go back and we have to rebound as a people and as a life, right? Because it could be a lot worse than that. The next 2 hours of this movie could be mind-boggling, or it could be boring and hopefully straight to video. I don't know. I don't have anything to do tonight, people. I gotta go work on college stuff because they canceled my class and oh, God help us all. I am a dork. I'm sorry. If you're still with me, and I'm sorry, just remember, you get to choose you. And that's all you get to choose. All you get to choose is what you do with now. And some of us will go to work tomorrow, and some of us will have no work to go to. Be thankful for what you do have, because you never know what another day will bring in that regard. Love you guys. Peace out. Good night.